We're here in my studio apartment, my tiny studio apartment, which is a little bit messy, but I wanted to talk to you today about affirmations and kind of filling your brain with good stuff. It's something that I hadn't done before, but I'm definitely going to start doing so moving forward. Last night I was listening to a recent podcast of the Law Radio. This is a wrestling podcast, and they had interviewed Diamond Dallas Page for the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts movie, which is a great movie. It's on iTunes now. I recommend watching it if you like a feel-good story, or if you like one of those stories where you kind of come up from the bottom and then you go all the way to the top, or maybe you were on the top and then you go to the bottom and then you come all the way back up. So that's a great movie. It'll have you in tears. Fantastic movie. But Diamond Dallas Page, he was being interviewed, and one of the things he said during the interview when he was working with Jake Roberts is, and I'm gonna butcher this, but just overall, what he basically said was, if you have all these like kind of constant negative reminders, like that's what you're gonna become. If you are always telling yourself like I'm fat, I'm stupid, I can't do anything, like this becomes a self realizing thing. It actually just you kind of like you kind of permeate that, and that becomes your existence. And he gave an example where he was talking with Jake in one scene, and this scene is in the movie where he had a T-shirt and it said "Wasted Youth" on it, and he like asked Jake, "Is that how you feel? Is wasted youth like? Is this like your mindset?" More or less, like I said, I'm paraphrasing. I'm totally butchering this. And he said that Jake you wear this like wasted youth shirt. You wear like this Marilyn Manson shirt. Is this like your reality? Is this like how you feel about yourself? And supposedly Jake went upstairs and he just totally got rid of those shirts. And Paige was like, "You should be wearing T-shirts that say failure is not an option. My past does not define my future." And it just got me thinking, like, I'm all into the self-improvement stuff, and it got me thinking, like, why haven't I put up affirmations of my own, like, in my environment? And that's what I'm going to show you today, just to kind of get myself in the right environment. This is one of those things where I've said before, like, we always know what we have to do, but do we do, no, let me rephrase that. We always know what's good for us. This is what I meant to say. But do we do what's good for us? So I am putting up these things on the wall as affirmations, as just like a sense of direction, so that like if I ever get lost, or if I get dejected, or if I'm ever down, then I can look at these things and it'll just put me in the right track. Also, another great like activity to do, like if you get down, if you get dejected, if you're into goal setting and you write down your goals, again. I got that recently from speaking with a Green Room member, Green Room Facebook group about reselling. I met him. His name is Josh Mendez. He's very much into self-improvement, and I'm hoping to interview him soon for the podcast, which is the Reseller Rising podcast. That's at pvpfromnj.com. The links for that will be in the show notes for this YouTube video. And you like my Ultraman mask back there. But I just wanted to show you some of the things that I have up on the walls to go ahead and help me. Like I said, if I get lost, if I get dejected, if I get just taken off of my direction. So here we go. So I hope that you found that useful, and I'm hoping that this is definitely going to go ahead and help me. Like I said, if I've like drive off the road and I need direction, these things that I have up on the wall will go ahead and put me back on the road. But take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.